Hey everybody, Tokus here, and welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. So, we're going to take on Re-Destro again, except for this time we're using a more free-to-play friendlier team. There is still one unit on here that is definitely a festival unit, but outside of that, the other two I think are, I believe anyways, are completely case-filed. And this is the team that you can beat it with. So, you don't even need a bench. If you want to throw on a sub-bench, you can. But these are the three that I cleared it with the easiest. Now, I'm sure I could supplement somebody else for Deku. Maybe like if I'm trying to keep free to play, maybe this Nejire might be able to get the job done. I've even seen this. This is crazy, but like I have seen this being complete with her. But for me specifically, I have found, of course, this Deku just to be the bread and butter in this because of his status ailment and health regeneration. It just makes the healing just that much more reliable. But nonetheless, you don't need to run that. It's definitely not absolutely necessary. But yeah, I just find that he will make your life 10,000 times easier. But the other two there, All Might and Kirishima, are completely case filed, I believe anyways. I'm not sure about the All Might, but I know Kirishima's for sure. I believe they both are anyways. And they are just amazing in this, right? Kirishima raises his defense. All Might will. I'll show you how to play them properly as I go through my run. And I do have some somewhat premium memories. I have this one for from Tokoyami's, which does give defense if you are a yellow or a purple unit, which of course this Deku is. Keep in mind, DX does not matter for this at all, because the only thing that increases there is power, and it's not really that important. I have friendly reinforcements on Kirishima, because it's good on a class 1A unit, because you get the extra damage. Plus, if you are second or later in a successfully executed skill chain, you get some nice defense, which is really, really good. And then All Might has defense in his kit, so I just gave him full power Young Ones just to like amplify the whole team's damage. Anyways, without further ado, we're gonna hop in, and I'm just gonna do an entire run and show you just like my process and my like the steps I take to win. Because I've only used this team a few times, so it does require some thinking. But all in all, it does perform pretty well. Pretty well. I keep saying pretty. That's just a weird ass saying that I keep saying. Anyways. So, of course, we're going to attack Re-Destro first, because you can't hurt the others. And I always like this. If I can use this ability, I will use it anytime I can. Status ailment nullification is just absurd. I like to use this one before the other one, as this one increases his defense. And then for All Might, it is very important to use this action skill before this one. Now, I know Ecstatic gives him extra stuff, but this is what gives him the 30% defense for 3 turns. If you don't use this right off the bat, at least if you're using full power Young Ones like me, in this case, Re-Destro stress will go up. So I like to avoid that at all costs. And yeah, the damage is just going to start ramping up too with having Celebrations Deku on the team. So if you only have a single copy Deku, he is still more than viable in this fight, bar none. He's probably the best character in the entire fight, to be honest with you. So we're just going to keep on beating up Re-Destro. You're going to see that this team does some really bonkers damage, especially when you're running full power Young Ones. It's such a powerful memory, right? We should be able to do all 3+ Ultras, which we're just going to do. Keep everything aligned. There is nothing special, at least to my acknowledgement. Reduce damage to characters, really nice. Power of all allies, which is really nice. And of course, Last Stand. I guess they're all actually somewhat useful. But in terms of just like defense, right? You're not going to get anything special out of that, right? And this is a waste, you may think, right? Because they're just hitting a bunch of zeros, but it's not like if I aimed it again and they were curious, it would change the outcome. It would still hit 0, because you can't do damage until that phase is right there. So, phase 2. Get this piece of crap out of here. Curious can be annoying with her stun and her countering, but Getten can frostbite, and that just messes up your entire rotations. It's so annoying. So, we are going to do this, and this. And because of what Kirishima does with this action skill, I believe... Oh, no, it's the other one. I'll show it to you quickly, in case you have not used this Kirishima before, but he is insanely good. And this is damage output that you can do, right? Like, that Kirishima and All Might are completely free to play. Now, they are pretty much done fully in boards. Actually, no, that's a lie. This All Might's only board... What board is he on? I think he actually might only be board 10. Like, he's definitely not done. And he's only level 100. So, he's not even fully done. But why this is so good for Kirishima, and you want to use all your other action skills first before this one, it's actually got action skill cooldown time for all allies by 1 built in his normal action skills, which is just ridiculous, right? So definitely want to try to utilize that as much as you can. And even though we can't do a 3-chain with All Might, that is A-okay, right? Because we get to reset our skills, and that is more important than anything. Curious grabs aggro here for 1 turn. And after this, we can not aim at her and finish off again. We will plus Ultra here. Double plus Ultra, and hopefully we can get it by without being affected by anything. That sucks, but Deku, my boy, clutch it out. Hey, we don't have to worry about it. And we got 2 pieces. You love to see that. You love to see that. All right, back on track. We get the status element, we get the defense up, and we get All Might's defense for 3 turns. So, things are looking a lot better here. Get that action skill in. All Might doing some pretty good damage. We got full power Young once again. The crit rate, the crit skill impact. We got all that good stuff rolling right now to get the damage up. We can't actually do a 3-chain here. So you know what? I'm actually going to save it because in 1 turn, Kirishima's going to have his action skill back, as you can see there. So I don't think it'll be necessary. We just got to get a little lucky here. Don't get affected by anything. So, of course, Curious will get the counter damage, but I'm okay with that. That's not bothering me. And as you can see, we're almost through the 2nd henchman of Re-Destro's, and he's only got 13 stress, so we're doing pretty damn good here. Nice thing about All Might too is he gets plus Ultra Gauge to the whole team. Another nice bonus to him. 50k, you love to see that. Now, is anybody here? No, everybody's good. All Might still has his defense going, and look at that. We got our full rotation again. Defense for Kirishima, defense for All Might, and we got the status element. Now, I am using a very premium memory on Deku that I will show again at the end of this fight. I think it definitely helps everything flow a lot better. So it definitely is a premium memory. Now, I think there's 2 memories you can use that are very similar to it. But, yeah, it definitely helps keep everything flow very, very well with the team. Deku doing max damage, you love to see that. His power's just ramped up. And yeah, we're gonna keep on going. This will be good actually because All Might, yeah, because we want to have All Might's action skills reset for when he does come back. Because in the next phase that's coming up literally right now, obviously All Might's gonna get blown away, and then you're gonna want to be able to proc his defensive action skill right off the bat. So we wanted to get that cooldown with Kirishima as soon as possible. We're just going to stall. We're going to save that status ailment with Deku because we want to use that with the other 2 teammates that actually do matter. We just got to hope that Deku does not get stunned in any way here. He does not, which is great. The other 2 come back. We used Kirishima's action skill cooldown reset here, so we should be A-okay, right? And look at that. We got all 3 abilities that we needed to have activated, all aligned, everything going well, and we just keep going along like that. Now, I do not believe you need to use the memory that I am using on Deku. I think you can use Battle Formation, the free-to-play one, and your action skill cooldowns should be fluent enough. Like, you should still be totally fine. I should have tested that. I should try to make the video with that as a run. I'll probably leave the pinned comment down below. I'll probably try right after this with my last attempt and see if that does end up working. Because if it does, that's great. That just makes this team a lot more free-to-play friendly. Of course, the biggest thing still being having this Deku does make your life tremendously easier. He just does. He's just that good. But yeah, now we head into the final phase. He's only got 24 stress. Now here's the one thing that I have encountered during this. Deku will raise his stress level no matter what. He doesn't have quite enough defense with the memory that I have on him currently. Oh, actually. Oh, I keep thinking I'm using a different memory on Deku. I forgot I'm using the Tokoyami memory. Which is just defense. It's actually not resetting my skills. It's just all Kirishima doing this. So you don't actually have to run a premium memory, but I wonder if Battle Formation is better. Probably not, because it raises defense. This one raises defense. And I'm only using this over like some SR ones because it provides that extra power. So All Might did raise Re-Destro's stress level there, but he's still doing it actually. A little bit concerning actually. I actually don't even want to plus Ultra with All Might now because he's raising Re-Destro's stress level. So I'm actually not going to. I'm going to take that risk. My team can tank it. His stress level's at 13. Yeah, 22. Deku did too. Oh, this is actually a problem. We are not in a good situation anymore. What's this going to do? Who's he going to plus Ultra? Deku and Kirishima finish? Oh, okay, we got that. That was close. That was a little ugly there at the end, but we still got the W. I had to think about that. because Deku and All Might were both raising stress level there. But see, keeping the stress lower in all those prior phases is so key and so important to getting a successful victory there. That actually, that worked. That worked. I'll take the W. I will take the W. But yeah. So there you go. There you have it. I'm sure you can completely do this with a free-to-play team. I'll probably tag, or I'll link in the description below, a YouTuber that beat it with a completely free-to-play team, and it's actually the most insane video ever. Shout out to Pyrosanity for that. But yeah, this is pretty damn close to free-to-play. We got 2 literally case-filed units, right? Of course, they're invested pretty highly, but you do get lots of pieces. You get lots of dupes just from completing case files, so you should be able to invest into them more. And just to show you where my All Might is at currently, maybe I did do his basic board, but his other boards aren't done. Okay, yeah, his basic route is done, but this is where I have him on the piece route, and then on the DX route, that's where he is currently. So he's not done at all. And there's my EX auto skills if you really want to see everything. And then, yeah, Kirishima is completely done for sure, and then Deku he is a dupe into him, but that is not as important. And if you really wanted to make that stress level not go up there, even you saw my All Might, he was at the end in that final phase, every time he attacked, the stress level was going up. This memory does not provide defense at all, right? So if I slapped on something like, what's a more accessible memory? Like this SR memory. Well, I guess not in this exact build, this is the best memory, but a good memory to use. Where are you? If you have a female character on the team, like you get this nice HP and defense permanently for the whole fight, 25%. So, yeah, if you could run a female character variant like Nejire would be really, really good because she has status ailment 2. Then you should be able to have this. So instead of like Deku, if you have Nejire, replace Nejire with Deku, it should work almost as well because Nejire does have some heals in it as well. That memory would work out just fine, I think. It would be longer, of course. Full Power Young Ones gives way more power to the team and damage, but it should still be very efficient. And then Deku, same situation. You don't have to run this. I have this memory a billion times. Like this, one copy is more than viable. Like I said, the only thing you're seeing here is power. So your fights are going to be longer, but as long as you're playing your action skills correctly, you're keeping the defense up, you have status ailment with Deku, Re-Destro's stress would only be like 5 or 6 higher rate because it'd be 5 or 6 more extra turns. So it shouldn't be a big problem. And that actually would make your life easier because in the final phase, then you wouldn't be dealing with having his stress skyrocketing, right? Because if you're running a more defensive memory on like this All Might, for instance, you will not be raising stress. This is a complete powerhouse memory, so there is no defense going into it. So that's what was causing Re-Destro's stress to go up, which is why I was only really hitting with Kirishima here. But yeah, I would say Kirishima is definitely the MVP of this. If you have him, which most of you should if you play the game frequently, definitely invest into him fully. He is the bread and butter. He makes this whole fight so much easier for an SR unit. And I highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, if you can run these 3, definitely do it. If you have other recommendations, other teams you want to see, if you don't have the Celebrations Deku, maybe I can try to tackle it one more time and see if I can find a team that can beat it fully with just accessible or more accessible characters with everybody. I hope. It would be nice to do it full free-to-play. Like I said, I'm going to link a team in below that is completely free-to-play and they beat it. Now, keep in mind, it will be trial and error. It's not like they beat it first time, but it is beatable with the team that you will probably see in that link. So check that out. It's absolutely insane. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. The goal is 1,000 by the end of 2024. So if we can get that, that would be beautiful. I'd be so happy. But y'all just tuning in means everything to me. But yeah, until the next one, take care, have a good day, and Tokus out.